Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. We live in a time when our focus is constantly under siege, pulled in 100 directions by devices, responsibilities, and the constant noise of the world. Many of us feel scattered, stretched thin, or like our best energy is leaking away. But what if focus isn't something we've permanently lost, but something we can reclaim? And what if the way back is not through force or pressure, but through something more conscious? What I'd like to call intentional attention. In yoga philosophy, this is called dharana, which means to direct the mind with steadiness and care. In spiritual terms, it is presence. And in practical terms, it's choosing where we place our energy. So today, we'll explore both the science and sacred wisdom of attention, how it works, why it wanders, and how we can train it to return again and again. We'll learn practical pathways, and most importantly, we'll practice together so that you don't have to understand intentional attention, but feel its power within you. This is the path of reclaiming focus. So first, let's understand, what is attention? Attention is the ability to direct our awareness towards something specific, whether that's reading a book, listening deeply to a friend, or feeling the sensations of your own breath. Focus is sustained attention, the practice of keeping our awareness with one thing for an extended period. Attention is often thought of as mental energy, but in yogic terms, attention is prana, life force, directed by the mind. Where our awareness goes, our energy follows. Think of the sun. When its light spreads across the sky, it warms the earth broadly. But when concentrated through a magnifying glass, that same light can ignite fire. This is the difference between scattered attention and focused awareness. The truth is, our brains are not wired for constant focus. Through evolution, our ancestors needed to be aware of everything happening around them, listening for danger, scanning for food, protecting their communities. That constant scanning is still with us today. But instead of wild animals, our distractions are text messages, emails, advertisements, and endless streams of digital information. Our modern lives have conditioned us to live in fragments, multitasking, scrolling, rushing. We mistake busyness for productivity, but busyness without presence is emptiness. Research shows that the average person's attention span has dramatically decreased over the last 2 decades. Some studies suggest that it's now less than 8 seconds. Think about that. 8 seconds is shorter than the attention span of a goldfish. When we are pulled in too many directions, we experience attention fatigue. Our minds become restless, scattered, and often anxious. And instead of deep focus, we live in shallow concentration, never fully present in one place. Good news is that attention can be trained and increased. Just like a muscle, it strengthens with practice. And these practices that we will explore, such as mindfulness, breath awareness, and intentional breaks, are like a gymnasium for your attention. In yoga, we are reminded that the mind is like a wild monkey. Chitta, vritti, is restless moments of thought. The attention is how we tame the monkey mind, guiding it to rest on one branch, one breath at a moment, instead of jumping all around frantically. This practice is not about perfect stillness. It's about returning again and again to the place we choose. When we lose our attention, we don't just lose time, we lose connection, and we do so at a cost. This is called distraction. When distraction takes over, it often does more than just interrupt our tasks. It fragments our thinking. Every time you switch between tasks, say writing an email and checking your phone, it takes your brain about 20 minutes to fully refocus. That's called attention residue. And on a deeper level, distraction also affects our health. Constant stimulation keeps the nervous system in a state of low-level stress. Our cortisol rises, sleep can be disrupted, creativity declines because creativity requires open space and stillness. Studies show that constant task switching drains our mental energy. Every time we shift from one thing to another, the mind leaves a residue like ripples in the water that make it harder to see clearly. Beyond science, there's a deeper cost. Distraction steals and separates us from our presence. It pulls us out of our relationships, our work, and even our own hearts. How often have you been in a conversation, but your mind was elsewhere? Or you sat down to enjoy a meal, but barely tasted it because you were busy scrolling? When we are distracted, we are not truly living the moment in front of us. We are half living these moments. This is why reclaiming our attention is not just about productivity. It's about reclaiming our life force, our energy, and our presence in this world. Yoga teaches us that presence is sacred. To be here now is to touch the essence of life itself. Distraction robs us of that sacredness. Reclaiming focus then is not just a matter of productivity, it's a matter of soul. It is remembering that this moment, right here, right now, is unrepeatable. So, how do we return? What is the pathway to reclaim presence, and how do we reclaim our focus? The first step is to stop multitasking. Incorporate single tasking as a practice. Choose one task at a time. When you do one thing, do only that thing. Silence notifications, set a timer, and allow yourself to fully immerse in one activity. In this manner, washing dishes becomes meditation. Writing an email becomes a focused practice. This is karma yoga, the act of action with awareness. Use your breath as an anchor. Take breath awareness breaks. The breath is the bridge between the body, mind, and spirit. When your mind wanders, notice your breath. Just 3 conscious, intentional breaths can dissolve distraction, reset your nervous system, and bring you back into alignment. Establish sacred digital boundaries. Instead of letting technology train your attention, reclaim it. No phone at the table or first thing in the morning. Create tech-free zones, no scrolling before meditation or prayer. Create moments where the inner world takes priority, and choose times of the day to check emails or social media rather than allowing them to scatter your attention constantly. Establish mindful transition, pausing between tasks, simply inhaling and exhaling, and shift with intention. Instead of rushing from one thing to the next, give your brain a moment to clear. This awareness allows for slower transitions. And see meditation as a daily training. Just as muscles grow stronger through repetition, so does the mind. The more we practice quieting the mind, the more natural presence becomes. The more natural it becomes to hold your attention. These steps are not about perfection. They're about reclaiming little moments again and again until presence becomes your default mode. These steps are both practical and sacred. They remind us that reclaiming focus is not about force, but about alignment, choosing where to place our awareness again and again. So I'd like to now invite you to a short guided meditation to help reclaim focus. So please find a comfortable seat, allowing your spine to be tall and straight, shoulders relaxed, moved away from your ears. Allowing the hands to rest gently in your lap. If it feels safe, close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nostrils. Holding this breath for a moment and then exhaling slowly through the open mouth. Taking in a second breath. Exhaling slowly. Begin to simply notice the body, feeling the ground beneath you, the support of the earth. Take a third deep breath in. Exhale slowly through the mouth, releasing any unnecessary tension in the jaw, forehead, and shoulders. Allowing the ears to feel squishy. Bring your awareness, focus, and attention to your breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. The rise and fall. Each breath arriving fresh. Each breath leaving gently. Now continue to breathe at your own cadence and pace. And let's anchor this breath. Select something to focus your attention on as an anchor. Perhaps the tip of your nose, or the rise and fall of your belly. Whatever you decide, allow your attention to rest here, steady and soft. No need to control it. Just observe. Stay with your awareness. Observing your breath as it enters and leaves, rises and falls. The inhale and exhale, your natural rhythm. Breathe. Your mind may wander. That's completely natural. Each time it does, simply smile, gently and kindly, guiding your attention back to the breath, returning. This returning is the heart and key to being present within this practice. This returning is the practice of reclaiming attention gracefully each time, accepting and allowing yourself to return again and again. Breath enters, breath leaves. Breath rises and falls. Breath inhales and exhales. Now expand your focused awareness and attention slightly. Imagine this awareness as a light. And as you inhale, this light grows brighter. And as you exhale, the light expands, spreading warmth throughout your entire body, with fingers, toes, arms, legs, torso, spine, neck, and head. Feel this light and warmth of awareness in your mind, clearing away distractions, illuminating clarity, softening your face. Breathe in calm. Breathe out clarity. Breathe in presence. Breathe out focus. As you breathe for the next few breaths, as you inhale, silently say, I return to presence. And as you exhale, I reclaim focus. I return to presence. I reclaim focus. I return to presence. I reclaim focus. Breathe. Take a deep, nourishing breath in. Hold this breath, and then exhale, slowly release out. Gently bring small movements back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, taking a second deep breath in, then out. Softly and gently opening your eyes, being awake and aware of the space around you, and taking that third deep breath in, and slowly exhaling it out. Notice how you feel right now. Are you more grounded? More clear? Even with just a few moments of intentional practice, your mind shifts, the heart softens, the body feels lighter. And this is available to you anytime, anywhere. You don't need any special tools or an hour of silence. Reclaiming attention happens in small ways. Taking a breath before answering the phone, sending an email, walking into a meeting, or responding to a question or situation. You can reclaim by walking from one room into another with awareness, by looking someone in their eyes when they speak and truly attentively listening, and ending the day quietly instead of with your television, phone, or devices. Over time, these small practices compound. You'll find yourself less reactive, more intentional, and deeply present. Remember, reclaiming attention is not about controlling the mind. It's about training your awareness to return to what matters most. Being present, focused, and attentive. Attention is not just a tool, it's a way of living. And when we live with intentional attention, focus returns, clarity returns, peace returns. I'd like you to reflect on this question. What is one area of your life where you'd like to bring more focus and presence? And as this comes to mind, hold the intention with you as you silently repeat these affirmations. Where my attention goes, my energy flows. I choose presence. I reclaim my focus. With each breath, I return to here and now. My attention is my power. I use it with intention. I am steady. I am present. I am focused. Intentional attention is not just a tool. It is a way of being. It is everyday life. It restores clarity, cultivates presence, and brings us into alignment with the sacredness of now. Your attention is your power. When you understand how or where you place your attention, it determines your quality of life. You begin to view your situations or actions differently, pausing to ask, what is truly worth my attention or focus at this time? This understanding allows you to reclaim your focus, maintain a continued practice of intentional attention, to live in presence with peace and clarity. May you continue to strengthen your ability to focus attentively. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.